Did you know that chocolate chip cookies were actually invented by mistake? Well, one afternoon in 1930, Ruth Wakefield was making cookies for some out-of-town guests when she realized that she was out of baker's chocolate. In a pinch, Ruth chopped up a bar of semi-sweet chocolate and added it to the mix, thinking that the chocolate would just absorb into the dough. However, that was not the case. Ruth Wakefield is now known as the inventor of the chocolate chip cookie and the proud owner of Toll House Inn, which we can recognize from the Toll House chocolate. Every American, shall I say, has had a chocolate chip cookie once in their life, whether it be homemade, store-bought, or served at a restaurant. Over 7 billion chocolate chip cookies are eaten in the United States every year, half of which are homemade. Today, we are going over all the ingredients needed to make chocolate chip cookies, the appropriate tools needed, and the steps to make the dough. The tools needed to make chocolate chip cookies are a stand mixer with the whisk attachment, or a hand mixer and a large bowl, a rubber spatula, like this, a small ice cream scoop, and measuring cups and spoons. To start the process, we're going to preheat our ovens to 375 degrees. Next, we will gather the ingredients we need to make the dough, and to make the process a little bit easier, we are going to pre-measure our ingredients so that everything's in one place and we can start making the dough really fast. The ingredients that we will be measuring are as follows: 2 1/4 cup of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of butter softened. That is very important that it is softened. 3/4 cup of granulated sugar or white sugar, 3/4 cup of brown sugar packed, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 2 large eggs, and then lastly 2 cups of Toll House semi-sweet chocolate morsels. Now that all of our ingredients are in one place, we can start mixing the dough. To the bowl of our stand mixer, or the bowl of just a bowl for your hand mixer, you can add the softened butter, the white sugar, and the brown sugar. And we're going to beat this on a relatively medium speed until it's nice and light and fluffy. It'll go from being more of like a dark brownish color to a light brown color. And next we will add the eggs one at a time. So we'll add an egg and then mix it really good, and then add another egg and mix it really good, and then we can add the vanilla and just give it a really quick mix. Next, we're going to add the flour in small increments, not all 2 1/4 cup at a time. We'll take like a half scoop measuring cup and add small increments of flour that way. So we can add a scoop, mix it really good, and then add another scoop and mix it really good, and then just anywhere in the flour mixing process, be sure to add your 1 teaspoon of baking soda and then your 1 teaspoon of salt. Then after all of your flour is mixed in, it's a good idea to take your rubber spatula and scrape down the edges so that all of your butter and stuff gets mixed in the middle, because sometimes the butter can form around the edges and then it's not all mixed. And then after all of the flour and everything's combined, you can detach the bowl and the whisk and make sure all the dough is out of the whisk and into the bowl. And then you can use your rubber spatula to hand mix in the 2 cups of chocolate chips. And then by that time your oven should be preheated, and then you can start scooping your cookies. Now that the dough is completed, we can grab our ice cream scoop. I like to use ice cream scoops because it makes all of the cookies uniform and then they just look better that way. We can grab our cookie scoop and a greased cookie sheet and start scooping them and placing them at least 1 inch apart, because if they're too close, then your pan is just going to be one giant cookie, and then that's not very pleasing to the eyes. And then after that, you can just pop your cookies in the oven for 8 to 10 minutes and you'll be ready to go. Today, we went over the ingredients needed to bake chocolate chip cookies, the appropriate tools needed, and the steps to mix the dough. I hope you can try this recipe sometime, maybe when company's coming over for you or when you're going over to someone else's house. Cookies are a great addition to any meal and double as a great snack. Bye for now.